As Jack continues to participate in risky and provocative antics during his streams, his behavior has grown increasingly problematic. Some of these stunts are illegal and have resulted in the participation of the authorities. His antics reached a new degree of perturbation, particularly when he was interacting with other influential people. In the month of August 2023, Jack was streaming live with Fousey and Mian, and an incident that was noteworthy took place. In response to Jack's assault on Fousey, in which he referred to him as a beta male, Fousey replied by throwing water at Jack. After making additional disparaging statements, Fousey physically hit Jack, which caused the situation to become even more critical. In spite of the confrontation, Jack's supporters showed a significant amount of support for him, while Fousey's actions were criticized for being too aggressive and inappropriate. Having said that, this was not an extremely rare occurrence. Jack was involved in another altercation 1 month later, this time with the Island Boys, which resulted in one of the twins slapping him on video. This time, the altercation was with the Island Boys. A stranger who was angered by a t-shirt that Jack's bodyguard was wearing slapped Jack, maintaining the pattern of conflict that had been occurring up to that point. The technique that Jack appears to take appears to involve baiting other people and then relying on his bodyguards to handle the aftermath. This strategy is seen by many as being cowardly and indicative of a small man syndrome. This self-awareness does not appear to extend to other people, such as Neon, who are also caught up in similar conflicts. Although Jack appears to be somewhat self-aware of his unpleasant behavior and inclination to target individuals he regards as weaker, this understanding does not appear to extend to other people. According to Neon, a controversial character on the internet, he has been subjected to a number of reality checks, following his initial attempts to gain influence by fabricating serious circumstances. The first time he came into public attention was in December 2019, when he published a series of films in which he made a false claim that he was passing away due to a brain tumor. After making a dramatic statement that he was supposed to have passed away, he came back just a few days later and claimed that he had miraculously recovered. This stunt was met with mockery from a large number of people, who mocked his resurrection in a sarcastic manner, which prompted Neon to increase the intensity of his antics. It wasn't until the middle of the year 2023 that a video surfaced purportedly showing Neon being assaulted, but this time people were doubtful. A great number of people spotted discrepancies, such as his spectacles remaining intact and his clothes remaining clean while being in the dirt, which led to the general conviction that the film was manufactured. The lesson that can be learned from the boy who cried wolf is highlighted by this skepticism. Neon's reputation was severely damaged as a result of his repeated attempts to fake circumstances, and people stopped taking him seriously. In a particular incident, Neon was confronted with a harsh reality when he was compelled to drop down on his hands and knees during interaction. This illustration demonstrates that expressing disrespect to the wrong person can result in severe consequences. Some people believe that Neon is a marketing genius, despite the fact that his behavior is considered to be questionable. They believe that he uses his antics to keep people interested and engaged in his live streams. However, despite the fact that Neon engages in outrageous behavior, Jerka, another content creator, surpasses Neon in terms of the level of toxicity he exhibits. Given the level of controversy that Jerka generated, Twitch decided to permanently remove him from the platform. As a just chatting streamer, he first gained attention. However, he eventually turned his focus to attacking individuals such as Andrew Tate and pushing destructive ideologies, such as the usage of drugs and conspiracy theories, such as the Earth being flat. Jerka is considered to be one of the more extreme individuals in the internet realm due to the fact that his content frequently included comments that was both violent and offensive. Jerka and Sneako, two online personalities who have garnered prominence owing to their extreme and inflammatory activities and comments, are discussed in this section. The passage provides an overview of the contentious behaviors that they have engaged in. Jerka is a guy who is known for making absurd claims that frequently contradict religious beliefs. One example of this is his assertion that the discovery of dinosaurs would refute the Bible. Jerka is described as having a personality that is loud and aggressive. He routinely engages in content that criticizes well-known personalities such as Andrew Tate and promotes conspiracy theories, which has resulted in a number of disagreements with other influencers. One of these disagreements occurred with high school tiki-taki and popular streamer Aiden Ross, which was prompted by Jerka's offensive comments regarding their loved ones. The feud became more intense when Jerka made a threat to confront HS Tiki-Taki in person. This led to a confrontation on the street, during which Jerka ended up embarrassing himself and becoming a laughingstock after the incident. This occurrence contributed to the notion that Jerka is someone who speaks a lot but does not possess any true substance or power. This perception is frequently characterized by the proverb that states, "The loudest in the room is usually the weakest." Additionally, Sneako is a controversial personality who initially got popularity for content that was considered to be offensive. For example, Sneako would ask strangers if they would speak the N-word for $1 of their time. The fact that his films frequently include commentary that is homophobic, transphobic, and misogynistic has, over the course of time, alienated a great number of viewers, particularly those who hold political views that lean to the left. The social and political commentary that Sneako provided regularly resulted in heated debates with other content makers on the internet. A significant event took place in May 2022 when Sneako made fun of Penguin Zero, better known as Moist Kura One Tekol, and insulted him. Sneako also made fun of his way of life. When Penguin Zero answered, he criticized Sneako for insulting his girlfriend and for defending the controversial film Cuties, which had been widely denounced for its inappropriate portrayal of young girls. Penguin Zero also criticized Sneako for defending the documentary. Because of Sneaky's controversial and frequently offensive beliefs, he has become a divisive personality on the internet, which has resulted in major response from viewers as well as from other producers. This instance demonstrates how Sneako's opinions have caused that two internet characters, Sneako and Aiden Platke, have been involved in contentious behaviors, and this paragraph explores the aftermath of those actions. Sneako, who is known for his daring content, received criticism after he defended the film Cuties, which was criticized for its sexualization of minors. When Sneako threatened him with a gun, his battle with another creator, Penguin Zero, worsened. However, Sneako was derided for his lack of knowledge regarding firearms, which further escalated the conflict. The genuine reality check for Sneako came in 2024, when he was thoroughly defeated in a boxing contest by Sean Strickland, a professional boxer. This event left Sneako emotionally devastated, but it was the reality check that brought him completely to his knees. During this time, Aiden Platke, also known as the Crypto King, was operating a Ponzi scam that was worth $40 million and promised substantial returns to investors while simultaneously sustaining his extravagant lifestyle. Even though he admitted to the fraud, Aiden was able to avoid further punishment despite the fact that he was kidnapped and tortured by dissatisfied investors once his scheme was uncovered. His apology was regarded as disingenuous because he was not subject to any legal consequences. As a result, many people were dissatisfied with the lack of justice that he received. Tanner Cook, a YouTuber who is 21 years old and is known for playing dangerous pranks on his channel called Classified Goons, was taught a painful lesson about the potentially harmful consequences of breaching the personal space of other people. One of Tanner's pranks was pushing a victim to the point of no return, which ultimately led to the victim being shot. Tanner, who is physically intimidating, managed to survive the confrontation, yet he continued to make movies as if nothing had happened, thus diminishing the gravity of the situation. When compared to the horrible end that befell Timothy Wilkes, another ambitious prankster, this stands in stark contrast. In February of 2021, Timothy and a friend attempted to stage a fictitious robbery armed with butchered knives in order to scare a group of people for the purpose of filming a video. This was inspired by other YouTubers. A member of the gang, who was unaware that it was a joke, shot Timothy in self-defense, putting an end to his life and putting an end to his hopes of being a YouTuber. In a world where pushing limits can have tragic effects, these occurrences bring to light the genuine dangers that are associated with the prank culture. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon.